Today, we're looking at Russian Attack for the NES. Russian Attack was released on the NES by Konami in 1985. Out there deep in hostile territory, the enemies are building a secret weapon. You alone can destroy it. Your green beret marks you as an operator of great skills, strength, and courage. Will that be enough? Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us this channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, is Russian Attack any good today? Here is our review of Russian Attack for the NES. Now, there's really no story for this game. You're basically a Green Beret soldier infiltrating the enemy base, killing as many soldiers, and destroying their secret weapon. There are no cutscenes to explain the story. There is a brief sentence before you start the game to explain what you are doing, but that's pretty much all you get. The controls for this game are simple, as are the tasks that you must perform. From one end of the stage to the other, you have to eliminate everything that stands in your way. At first, this might seem simple, but you'll quickly find out that it's twice as difficult to go through because you have a knife and they all have weapons. In certain parts of the game, the difficulty level is so severe that you'll find yourself mostly staring at the game screen. You must charge at the enemy and begin stabbing them with your knife while dodging bullets that are pointed at you from all sides in order to kill them. You will be killed with one single touch. There are no life bar in this game. Timing and jumping are essential for navigating each stage of troop control, which requires endless patience and a great deal of skill. You may jump, climb, and crawl across the ground, but your weapons is still the knife you use to stab your enemies. You can acquire a few weapons, a pistol, grenades, or a rocket launcher to help, but you only get a few shots of them before you go back to using your knife. The controls are simple. You use the D-pad to move left or right, press up on the D-pad to jump, the A button stabs your knife, and the B button uses your special weapons. Now, there's a lot of action in this game's background and even in the foreground. Though it doesn't happen frequently enough to be significantly a problem, slowdown can become noticeable in some of the later stages when the opponents begin shooting guns at you. Going through the stages is also a little different, and if you pause and look at the far background, you'll see a pretty amazing detailing. It's probably one of the best parts of the game when your hero falls to the ground after you've been shot by something. Although it may not seem noteworthy, aside from the surroundings that deplete the Russian army you are against, it's one of the game's finer visual effects. The audio in this game it's okay. It has a speed that well matches the action on screen, even though I'm not really sure what kind of music is meant to portray. You should be moving constantly and the music perfectly captures that, giving the game a sense of urgency. Additionally, there aren't many sound effects. Some of the more noticeable ones include gunshots and the moans of the enemies you keep stabbing with your knife. As you play through the stages, you'll likely hear the knife blasting out 1,000 times, making it the most noticeable sound effects. When all of these elements are combined, you get a decent sound and music combination that enhances the game's overall quality and helps to maintain the game's genre. So, is Russian Attack worth playing today? Russian Attack isn't a horrible game in any way. There aren't many weapons that you can actually use because you are going through a Russian army base. The number of enemies and situations you encounter in the game's action section is spot on, but after an hour or so, it's essentially the same thing with a slightly different setting to explore. The game has some decent music and some sound effects and some respectable graphics. One thing I forgot to mention that this is a two-player game and two players can play at the same time. Overall, I did have some fun with this game and I would highly recommend this. Russian Attack for the NES is getting an 8 out of 10. What did you think about Russian Attack for the NES? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That would do it for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this review. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.